we may be getting somebody from days more than likely to help fill in. We shall see. The other thing I want to address, I don't really want to address, but I will address. To be consistent as an organization across the board, what word is this? So basically, I have my request before that you guys back each other up, right? Closest unit, respond, whatever. I'll just say this, that is still very important to me, and hopefully,
loud and clear.
Hopefully it's important to you guys also, just so we're looking out for each other. Because at the end of the day, my main goal is everybody go home to their family, and I want you to enjoy your jobs too, but your safety is my biggest concern. If there are those that don't feel like they want to back somebody up, especially on traffic stops and things like that, just as an organizational standpoint, there will not be any disciplinary actions or anything like that.
I was gonna ask about that today, actually, since we were all in here. Like, if I'm running radar or something and I'm constantly stopping someone, like, I feel bad because then I'm taking people away, whereas I would rather let them know if I needed someone.
You said there will not be if they're not doing it?
Correct.
And what's the reason behind that? It's
I'm trying to be consistent across the board. Basically the other shifts, it's whatever they decide they want to do. As far as backing each other up and things like that. So just know I feel everybody on the squad's pretty good. We all have our moments, and it's like that on every freaking squad. We're not all perfect all the time. But I think on our squad, for the most part, we look out for each other and we back each other up. I'm just saying, if someone drops the ball or someone doesn't, or they don't hear it or whatever, just know that, basically I can't question it anymore.
all right. Well,
I can question it, but I can't. There won't be any disciplinary action. Let's just say it that way.
all right. Let's say a what if. What if someone's doing a car stop and it turns sour while the guy who's about a half block away doesn't want to back him up, and the person who's doing a car stop gets hurt? Is that person going to get disciplined whether he at that point?
I'm being told no. To be honest with you.
So they're actually rather people not to take enforcement because they're worried about their safety than correcting the problem.
You're talking to the wrong person, to me.
Well, this is the message I'm getting. And I'm sure you're getting the same message, Mahalik, right?
Yeah.
West?
But basically, they want it.
Right.
They want it expressed that.
Then I'll handle calls that come to me, and whether someone wants to back me up, fine. But I will not take any other enforcement action. This is what they want.
Well, I just basically have been told that basically the policy that I put in place of basically telling you guys you need to be backing each other up. I guess it's kind of been put that I can't dictate you guys to do that.
It's police work.
I can tell you that I strongly encourage it, and it's important to me. To me, it's common sense, but to be consistent overall, not all squads do that, so they want to be consistent overall.
So they'd rather conform to the laziness of other people than actually make people of the same standard.
That's not my.
But I know it's not your call, Sergeant, and I hate to keep bringing up points or facts about policing, but that is what they're saying. Yeah, and I'm sure he's new. He probably will see it the same way. Am I correct?
I understand why you back up. I can appreciate it.
Yeah. Would you understand why someone's not backing
I
you
don't know
up?
enough to understand why you wouldn't, frankly. I can see how it goes bad.
I'll tell you guys, regardless of what they say, I'm still gonna back people up.
Well, you know how I am. Yeah, it's not gonna stop me from backing up,
I don't think
but
it's gonna stop any of
I
this,
think,
but.
and I think we all will continue to do that. I'm just saying,
Well-
I can't,
I'm not to put you on the spot. I know where,
I can't dictate that you guys have to do that. I can't enforce it and say, because Wes didn't back you up in that traffic stop, I can't go to Wes and say, you're in trouble for not backing him up.
That's fine.
It's basically what I'm saying.
It's fine. On domestics, how do they want that handled? It's the same concept. Do they want someone to wait?
That's a mandatory two-car. It's always been that way.
Okay. So when you put over a 28,
My thing is, us as a squad, I think we all work pretty well together, okay? And we're all gonna look out, we're all gonna continue to look out for each other, is my hope.
and I will, you know that. You
And I
know,
think everybody in here
yeah,
will.
you know how I am about that.
As far as I'm concerned, we'll all continue the same way we've been doing things on our squad, okay? I can't control what happens on other squads, I can't dictate what happens on other squads, and some things I can't dictate what happens on this squad. But I do have to, I mean, not that I wanted to, or I like to, but I had to let you guys know that
I understand.
there won't be.
Disciplinary action.
Right.
In case someone wants to decide just to slack off and sleep and do nothing. That's a pretty good policy with this police department. But I can guarantee you, if it was you that was getting your ass kicked and the guy you learned was next to you, you'd want to go kick his ass.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So they'd rather.
Believe me, I'm not arguing the point with you.
And I appreciate it. I really do.
I think we're on the same page.
I appreciate it. I appreciate your honesty about
It's
it.
just I can't.
I'm upset that it's coming from the people above you.
Well, I've had some conversations and they know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
So that's most I can do.
I appreciate it. And you guys know how I am about how I feel about it. But I know that some of them are afraid to say something. I'm at the point, I don't care.
Well, I'm not,
Yeah.
I'll say it like it is when the time comes for it to be said.
Yeah.
Especially if I think it's a safety issue type thing. Absolutely, 100%. I mean, they don't have to agree with me, and that's fine. I don't have to agree with them either, but I will follow through with what they say, and the most I can do is pass that information on to you guys. Like I say, don't let that affect the way that we work as a group together.
And like I said, I honestly believe it's not. I honestly believe the people who work, I don't think it's not.
It should.
Yeah, it should not. And I know I don't like to talk to someone who's not. You know how I am. If Chris Mann is here, I'll say it. I don't think Chris Mann is one to do it on purpose. He just doesn't pay attention. You know, and I mean, we all have other things on our mind, but.
Well, and I think you're right.
Yeah.
I don't think it's intentional on anybody's part to leave somebody hanging.
Yeah. No, some people.
But some people are more proactive. Some people are more vigilant. And sometimes people get tied up on personal matters or whatever else.
What's up, Chris?
It's just us again.
Just y'all again?
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'll pop over and see you a little while later.
They're making this harder each day, man. They are.
You said what?
What?
You said what?
They're making this harder each day. They really don't want people to work here. They really don't care. It's actually, it's beyond embarrassing.
So how it boils down is since Brass explained that to you, we just moving forward, just keep doing what we're doing basically.
As far as I'm concerned.
Wes, to get back to your question, there's a couple different ways to handle that than having everybody come every time you have a traffic stop. If you're gonna be running on Fullwood, you can kind of let, B2 and, even myself or sorry.